CES coverage sponsored by GoDaddy.com, the leader in domain names, web hosting services. New customers save 25% by using promo code CES25 at GoDaddy.com.
CES coverage sponsored by Audible.com, where books come alive. Listen to a bestseller on your iPod or MP3 player. You can get a free trial over at audiblepodcast.com/CES.
CES coverage sponsored by Lexar Las Vegas. Get to the point. Rooms start at $40. See tpn.tv for Lexar advertisement, which is the gateway to savings.
And in the studio, I have Jason from Yale Locks. Jason, welcome to the Tech Podcast Network coverage of the show.
Thanks, Todd.
And you know, in years past, I've talked to some of your competitors, but this is the first time I've seen you guys at the show. Have you guys been at the show before, or?
No, this is new to Yale Locks. We're first-timers here at CES this year.
Yeah, so I'm kind of excited to talk to you guys because, you know, it seems to be that some of the competitors, you see the same displays again and again and again, and they just add one or two things. But you guys have got a whole product line here that is using Z-Wave, which we'll have to fill the audience in a little bit about Z-Wave, and something you were talking about, Zigbee. We'll have to talk about that, but essentially smart locks.
Smart locks integrated into the digital home.
Yeah.
A lot of activity around CES about the digital home. I think momentum is growing, and we're excited to participate in it.
Jack, you want to bring this up, and actually we'll actually talk about this a little bit. Go ahead and tell me about the demo unit you have here and what this does.
Yeah, so what we've done at Yale is we've designed a lock from the ground up to integrate into the digital home. So let me give you a quick demo on how the lock works. This actually has a capacitive touchscreen interface, so we've brought a little bit of technology into the lock world.
Cool.
So basically, to activate it, you swipe it, wake it up, you type your code in, and we're high security here, so we're doing 1111. And it's going to drive the deadbolt for you, unlock your door. At that time, if it's tied into a home control system, you can now disarm your security system, turn on your lights, turn your TV on to ESPN, and really the options are limitless at that point.
That's right. And I would almost bet, based on some of the knowledge I have on Z-Wave, that probably the locks are set up so that each family member can have their own code, correct?
Absolutely. That's the beauty of it. These locks have up to 250 user codes, so should be able to work for a small army there.
I'll tell you a little. I have some Z-Wave locks installed in my home. I'll tell you a little story of what happened over the holidays. My 20-year-old came to visit, so I gave her own code. She went out with some friends partying one night, and she came back and got in the house, and I was already asleep. And next morning, so what time did you get in last night? She told me. Little did she know that I had gotten a text message on what time the door had been opened up. So I'm assuming you guys have the same type of integration.
Absolutely, absolutely. We actually store the last 500 transactions that happened at the lock, so the teenage kids aren't really going to like our system all that much.
That's right. So, and I think this is very cool, though, with the way you just touch it, yeah?
It kind of takes and you just locked it there. It takes 3 points, so we generally tell people just to swipe across it, and that'll wake it up for you. And there you go.
And I like it. It automatically pulls a deadbolt in. So what about the other side of the lock? Is it just like a standard house lock, or is this a little bit different?
It's a little bit different because you do have a motor drive assembly down there.
Yeah.
And it operates off of 4 AA batteries, which is nice. No hard wiring, anything like that. It'll essentially replace your existing deadbolt. Very easy replacement. So the 4 AA batteries will give you about a year battery life. And this little guy right here is the does all the magic. It's the RF module. So it speaks either the Zigbee or the Z-Wave that allows it to talk to the home control system.
So basically, this can be integrated with other systems you may already have in the home, and so it's got the dual protocol.
That's right. That's right. And the great thing is we're taking home control and moving it from the living room or the bedroom where most people are comfortable interacting with it and bringing it to the front door. So the second you type your code in, like you alluded to, the house knows who has entered, so different things can happen depending on who enters the house. So, you know, you've got kids that come home from school, parents are working, little Johnny types in his code 1234, a text message sent to his parents so that they know he got home from school safe.
Now, is there a way, too, that if you have, can you assign panic codes to kids, too? So it'll still unlock the door, but we'll send a panic code. Can that be done as well?
It can be done through the home control system. So our lock is basically passing information from the door to the system, and once you get it to the system, you know, the possibilities are limitless.
Right. So at the show this year, are you guys just introducing the lock, or do you guys have additional products that tie into Z-Wave and Zigbee?
So at Yale, we are very focused on delivering world-class locks. So we are working to seamlessly integrate these locks into other home control systems. So we're actually in a couple of booths here. We're in the Control 4 booth that does some very high-end home control and home automation. We're also in the Z-Wave Alliance booth, which at that point our lock will be able to integrate with any controller that speaks Z-Wave. So at this point in time, we are just offering locks here at the show.
So what would be the price point for a door for a single unit like this? But the thing is, you just can't quite get the unit. You got to get the control tie-in stuff too. So what would that, if someone's starting out with nothing, what are they looking at?
If someone's starting out with nothing, of course you got to choose which control system you want. But the range to get started with a lock and a control system, anywhere from $500 up to tens of thousands of dollars.
Right. It depends on what level you want to go to for the integration.
Absolutely.
Now, I know that my home alarm system at this point, I shouldn't even say this on the thumb, but is not Z-Wave integrated. Do you find then that what's happening is that people are upgrading it basically all has to be really upgraded as a control module for your alarm systems to be Z-Wave compliant. Do you see that happening in the space as well?
Yeah, we absolutely do. The home security players are certainly getting involved in home control. ADT actually rolled out their Pulse system earlier this year, and that is Z-Wave compatible.
Very cool. So I tell you what, this whole home control system is just going to, our homes are getting smarter. It's from a simple product as simple as this that is allows each family member to have their own combination to get in the door. Obviously, you can still use a key if need be because batteries do fail from time to time. But it'll give you. I'm sure she's got built-in systems that give you a warning when stuff is starting to get low.
That's right.
And I like the ability to lock by just swiping. Now it's jingle, 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 or
Yeah, swipe it across and you're out.
So it's just like using your iPad. You just swipe it and you're good.
Mm-hmm.
So very cool. And I'm assuming the website is a little different than what I assumed. So it's not Yale Locks.
No. It's Yale Real Living. So that is the product portfolio brand that we're going to market with.
Okay, YaleRealLiving.com. See if I can type that right the first time. And it's trained. Yeah, there we go. So, Jack, if you want to bring that up on the screen. So, you guys got a variety of different. So, obviously, there is different price points depending on which ones you buy, yeah?
Absolutely. This is the higher tech one, so that's the one I brought today. But we have a more traditional with, more plastic push-button look as well that'll be at a lower price point. And we also have lever lock versions of these for interior applications.
Right.
So if you've got an office that you don't necessarily want the kids getting into, you can put a coated lock on that as well.
Oh, that's very cool. Well, this is outstanding. Again, more cool products here at CES 2011. You want to check out YaleRealLiving.com. Had to look at the webpage again. And I want to thank you for taking some time with me, Jason, for showing me this product. And I'm sure next year you guys are going to be back with a whole line of stuff.
And it's going to be able to do some more things. Absolutely.
So has the show been overwhelming to you guys, first-timers here?
You know what? It's been really good. The first day that the doors opened up, because we're right there in the front of the South Hall, people were just streaming in. So it was a bit overwhelming there, but we kind of got our feet wet, and we're feeling good about things now.
Did you bring enough business cards? That's what I always ask people.
You know what? I just gave you guys my last business cards. I am out.
I brought 2,000.
And do you have any left?
I have this much left.
I've learned something, yes.
Yeah, so always come with plenty, especially you. I saw where you were at, and you guys are right up in the line of fire.
Yeah, we are. Which is a good thing.
It is a good thing. And, you got lucky in a great spot because usually first, it all depends on space size and everything else. And, we're first time doing live stream here at the show, so obviously you see where we're at in the hall. So, hey, thank you so much.
All right, Todd. Thanks for having me on.